911 magazine takes on the question of DNA. The 718 Spyder and Cayman GT4, driven by Dario and Marino Franchitti. A long-standing vision, the Porsche for four. The development of the Panamera and the 356-2 Cayman Cabriolet. Also featuring the new Speedster in the blue zone of Sardinia.
No, Kel. Where it all started, eh?
Every story has a starting point. This is the first place I ever drove a racing car. Coming back here is always like coming home.
Children sort of talk about, oh, I want to be a fireman or astronaut or whatever. I always wanted to be a racing driver. When I was 2.5, my dad bought me a go-kart. That would have set the stage.
My first memories are of being around racing cars. You know, my dad stopped racing the year I was born, but still would sit in his old car making racing car noises.
You did that too?
Yeah. Porsche has been such a big part of my life from this car onwards, from my professional career taking off with Porsche Cars Great Britain. Well, it started your obsession with red Porsches. So.
It did.
What's amazing though, to drive here this morning in a car this old, and even a 356 and that DNA, you still feel it in these cars today.
Just have a wee drive, I think. What a way to spend the day, playing around on a racetrack in Scotland with my wee brother in these amazing Porsche 718. It's mega. These cars are identical specs. They feel very, very similar. That engine is a work of art.
I gotta say, being here with my brother in the car that's the brother of this car, it's something special to look across and to see him. I am loving being in this thing.
Most ways were very similar, but in the slight details were definitely different.
You got somebody that can finish your sentences. Somebody that you've grown up with, that you share that connection with, and then your best friends. Yeah, it's a special thing.
Porsche had the vision of a true sports car feeling for four persons at an early stage. The studies were promising, but did not make it to series production. The same applied to the 989. In 1988, it was used in a new attempt at building a Porsche with four doors. The only requirement, the 911 DNA must be clearly recognizable. The result? A thoroughbred sports car that would provide four full-sized seats with a wheelbase of approximately 2.8 meters. The development of the 989 was discontinued in 1992 for financial reasons. But the story of a four-door Gran Turismo by Porsche was not finished yet. Years ago, a Porsche that was different from all the others conquered the world. The Panamera. Nobody expected it. Nobody had any idea that such a Porsche would ever exist. Looking back, you can see the sheer determination of all those involved with building a sports car whose like had never been seen before. A Gran Turismo with four doors and four business class seats. The whole team faced the challenge of convincing the world, but also their own company. On 27 July 2005, the Porsche Supervisory Board decided to build the Panamera. A vision becomes reality. However, the conditions were strict. The Panamera may not exceed a length of 5 meters. The luxurious interior must impart a unique sense of spaciousness. And despite all this, it must still unmistakably be a Porsche. With its unique look and extra headroom in the rear, the Panamera was soon to define its own segment. It became a sculptural technology platform. Whether it's the first dual-clutch transmission in its class, the first start-stop system combined with an automatically shifting transmission, or the air suspension with shiftable additional volume in each spring, the Panamera accelerates time. It overcomes ice and snow, sun and sand, day and night, and its baptism of fire on the Nürburgring. World Rally champion Walter Röhrl completed the tour on the legendary Nordschleife in less than 8 minutes. In April 2009, the Panamera premiered at Auto Shanghai and ignited an extraordinary success story. GTS, hybrid variants, Sport Turismo. The Panamera story is nowhere near finished yet. To be continued.
A most extraordinary car, the Porsche 356-2 Gmünd Cabriolet of 1949. Only 8 were ever built. After the legendary 356 No. 1 Roadster, Ferry Porsche and some 300 employees started to work on a small series in Gmünd, Austria. Starting in the winter of 1948, 52 units were built by hand, 44 as coupés and 8 as cabriolets. The open bodies were supplied by Kaibel and Kastenhofer of Vienna and Beutler of Thun, Switzerland. Unlike the mid-engine No. 1 Roadster, the 356-2 featured a 40 HP 4-cylinder boxer engine in the rear. That created space in the rear for luggage and emergency seats. With a lightweight shell and just 680 kilograms all told, the 356-2 reached a top speed of 140 kilometers an hour. In the end, however, the production conditions in the former sawmill in Gmünd no longer sufficed, and in 1949, the decision was made to return to Stuttgart. This is how the Gmünd 356 with aluminum body became the first vehicles from Porsche.
In Sardegna non diciamo arrivederci, ma cent'annos, che significa arrivare fino a 100 anni di vita.
Usare una Porsche Speedster per girare la Sardegna e andare nei luoghi dove si trovano i centenari è un'esperienza favolosa. Questo è bello perché tu puoi unire sia una passione che è quella della fotografia con quella della scoperta della natura.
Mi chiamo Giuseppe Azzeni, faccio 105 a giovedì prossimo. Veramente, guardi, io ho sempre tirato avanti così, senza tante, diciamo, preoccupazioni per una cosa o per l'altra.
Dopo i miei incontri con questi centenari si è portati a pensare molto, perché loro sono per me un pozzo di saggezza da cui trarre tantissimi consigli. Personalmente io posso dire che forse la moderazione è uno dei consigli più grandi da cui ho preso da loro, perché essere persone moderati, semplici, umili è uno di quei motivi per cui tu veramente arrivi a 100 anni.
Mi sono visto, adesso dico, sino a 104 anni io per me ero sempre lo stesso. Poi adesso mi accorgo che da 104 anni a 105 ho cambiato un pochino.
Quando ho visto Giuseppe sedersi sulla Porsche, avvicinarsi, toccarla, cioè controllare la dimensione della ruota e commentare, cioè, ma quanto è grande? Cioè, è fantastico perché la sua emozione, cioè lui ha trasmesso la sua emozione di una persona che ha 105 anni e che ha ancora la capacità di emozionarsi di fronte a certe cose, soprattutto di una macchina, che è una cosa bellissima.
We didn't actually get on massively well until
I was about 15.
Marino was about 15, 16. And
we realised I was stronger than him.
Yeah, pretty much.